Solving inequalities is almost exactly the same as solving equations, with one important difference, which we will see in our example 2. First, let's look at example 1. These are one-step inequalities, and what that means is we're doing one operation, which when we solve, we are going to have to use the inverse. So if we look at example 1, we have 10x is less than or equal to 40. And obviously I want my inequality to isolate the variable, so I'm going to divide by the coefficient of the variable. I'm going to divide both sides by 10. The 10's here. 10 over 10 is going to cancel out because they equal 1. So I'm left with x is less than or equal to 40 divided by 10, which is 4. So my solution is x is less than or equal to 4. Before I finish, what I need to do is I need to do my check. Okay, so in order to check, what am I going to do? I'm going to substitute a number in for the variables. So in this case, since my solution has to be less than or equal to 4, I'm going to say my check x equals 2. So let's substitute in. We have our inequalities. 10x is less than or equal to 40, and that would be 10 times 2 is less than or equal to 40. 20 is less than or equal to 40, and that is true. So I know that my solution checks out. Now, let's look at another example. And this is where we have the slight difference. Actually, it's a major difference. Okay, now, here we have a one-step inequality. And in this one-step inequality, you can see that we have a negative coefficient. And what that means is we are going to have to divide both sides by the coefficient, which is negative. When you divide by a negative number, you are going to flip the direction of the inequality. So instead of negative 3b is greater than 27, when I divide both sides by negative 3, what's going to happen is this is going to cancel out, and I'm going to flip this. So instead of is greater than, I am going to have it become is less than. 27 divided by negative 3 would be negative 9. Okay, and the reason that we do that is, remember, when we go to the negative side of the number line, our numbers are symmetrical. They're a mirror image. And so we're using kind of the mirror image of the is greater than sign. So let's check. Especially important when you do this, because you want to make sure that you remember to flip the sign. So the check, let's have b equals negative 10. So we have negative 3 times negative 10 is greater than 27. Remember, we're substituting into the original inequality, and so we have to use the original direction of the inequality. Negative 3 times negative 10 is a positive 30, and we know that 30 is indeed greater than 27, and so that's going to check out.